Yeah. We're back. Episode 16. 5 topics of life. The big boys are back. I was going to tell you what happened the last episode, but it's been shivers. It's been a week and a half. It's been 10 days. I can't remember. So much on me plate. Of course, we're going to give you, some random thoughts about some topics. Dr. Richie's going to drop by. Seinfeld, of course, drops by. As I say, a very warm welcome to episode 16 of 5 Topics of Life to the great man. He's been quite humorous of late, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Smarty.
Is that me?
That's you.
Hello, Richie. Origin Eve. How good does it get? Excitement.com.
.au/look out, here they
look
come.
Out, here they come.
What's been happening in the world of at Sparty Talkback, SPARTY Talkback, or at Richie Please, that's PLZ, or you can get the show where Tobias is back from travelling in Europe, Copenhagen.
Yes.
He is back. You can get him at 5, the number, Topics of Life. And also you can download it everywhere. Is that right, Smarty?
Whooshka and the other one, Spotify.
Spotify,
Yes.
Whooshka.
Yeah, just
What
go
another
to
one?
our-
Do you still put on another one? What's YouTube?
YouTube. Oh, yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, so there'll be 3.
Yeah, 3. That's been our core. Mate, got to start the race day. How good was it?
If you don't know the people out there, my brother Matthew, obviously, who was very influential in the rugby league circles, was the head of rugby league at 9 and passed away, sadly, 19 months ago of brain cancer. Wonderful person in life, wonderful person, full stop, 4 children, and he did so much for so many others. So last year we started the Matt Callender Charity Race Day. We had about 560 people at Randwick. Last Saturday we had the second Matt Callender Charity Race Day in aid of 3 charities.
Packed. It was
brain cancer.
packed.
Just over 900 people. I will say that it was an ongoing day that used to be held at Hawkesbury that I used to go and host for a great mate of mine, Graham Collis. It was the turf industry.
Good fella.
Charity race day for the Living Cancer Trust, which they raised the money they needed out there.
I did not know that. Is that how it started?
It used to be the Living Cancer Trust, and we raised $3 million for there.
Mhm.
So then, when Matthew passed away, and Graham and I being so close, that it then morphed, and we incorporated Matt and brought Matt's friends, families, associates, and it's just.
And it's good.
Well, it used to be 200 at Hawkesbury, then there was
Unbelievable.
5. Now there's 900
900
people.
and what a vibe, great vibe in the room.
Yeah,
Real,
look,
really
I-
good feeling for,
It's a lot of people,
Yeah, bloody oath it is.
a lot of heavy
Mackerel.
hitters.
Had to say hello to 863 of them. You know that?
And there's the other 7, of course, had their restraining orders, so
They
we weren't allowed to say
avoided-
hello to them.
That's all right.
What did you find the best part of that? Of course, Sam Kekovich, for those Victorians.
Funny.
Not like one lady there that thought Sam was a butcher, didn't realise he was a guest
That
speaker.
was funny. Yeah.
Thought he was just a butcher because he does the lamb ads. I had to explain that he was a legendary AFL player. And, of course, become famous, I think it was either 74, 70, I think it was 75 when they won the grand final, North, and he missed the photo the next morning.
Right.
He, let's just say that he found
He won
something that could occupy the night.
he won a premiership and he won a few hearts. Let's just put it that
I think
way.
it was only one heart.
Only one.
Yeah, cracking. So,
What about you? You ever won more than one heart?
can I tell you a real funny story?
I want to hear it.
Can you just close that door? Hear this? So, and I'm going to show you something.
Oh, Jesus. Can I open the door?
Now, this is a private matter, but I just thought I'd share. Pretend this is someone else that's celebrated.
I'm pretending you're someone else?
Yes.
Okay.
Perhaps this person celebrated their 19th wedding anniversary.
When? Yesterday?
That's about right.
But it's not you.
And that male person has
Yes.
never had any trouble with
Things?
things
Yep. Boom, boom, shake the room. Is that what you're saying?
hard as a rock. But how long that rock stays hard
Oh, hey.
is...
What?
So a great friend of mine from out west gives me these.
Oh, no.
Gives me these.
Aha. There's one missing.
Well, there is one missing. So perhaps that person...
What are you going to do with those other 3?
Well, let me tell you the story about last night. The one that's
I
missing...
did not know this was going to happen, people.
So let's just say this person decided to... And he said just take half of one. But I'm a big boy. I said I'll take one.
You are, yeah. Can I just say that there's another person who might have a bit of knowledge about this and would like to ask this other person
Yes.
how long prior to said kaboom
Well,
did you...
I was expecting...
Yes.
But let me tell you that it'd take an hour or an hour and a half.
Oh, you silly man. Yeah.
I've never had trouble in my life,
No, you
or
haven't.
that person,
Yeah. You mean the other... Yeah.
with the terminality of it.
Is that a word?
Let me just tell you, if they are real ones,
Yeah.
that person never got it terminality.
Oh, really?
A la Fumo never happened. Sleeping and me,
Yeah.
that person,
That other person. Yeah.
hitting him
Right.
to say, listen, this is the night. This is it.
So I'll just put the dots together.
Okay, you put the dots together and I'll
Blue tablet.
Yes. 3 remaining in the drawer.
Still here. Let me just say there won't be 3 when I leave. Okay, so suggested take half. No.
Took full.
Took the fully. Full book. Hour and a half prior to
The activity
launch.
that I was expecting
Launch.
on that, or that person
That
was
person
expecting
on
on
launch
their
night?
19th anniversary
Okay.
after an expensive dinner.
Okay. May I ask that person
No, 1 beer.
right, okay, that's what I wanted to know.
That person had 1 beer the whole
And
night.
did that person
1 sip of champagne, 1 beer.
did that person consume the tablet at the table or take leave and go and do it perhaps?
No, that person
Yeah.
took that tablet upon arriving home.
Oh, well, that's probably your first mistake, but 1 hour.
Well, the kids were.
Oh, sorry,
that
that
person's children
person's-
were still awake,
Oh, I see. So you needed to,
and I knew that.
Yeah, right.
I knew that
because
person's
it is all about timing.
wife was going to have a coffee, and that.
Yeah, and
So I said to
Right.
me, that person said to
you said
themselves,
self.
"I'll take it now."
Yeah, right. Okay, so
And look, I was aware. I was sitting. That person was sitting on the lounge, looking at the children, thinking, "If he starts to rise, I'll be making a beeline for the stairs, and I'm up."
because you are a fan of the track pant, a la
He-
circus tent.
Let me just say,
This is going to a different.
I didn't go to bed
Hmm.
to sleep
Of course you didn't.
till 4.5 hours later,
Bloody hell.
and there'd been no, let's just say, movement at the station.
Okay, so first
As a
mistake.
matter of fact,
Yeah.
it was like the light rail. There was no activity at all. If anything,
But-
it seemed like it was standing still and
And
going
ranting
backwards.
people, running people
laying
out of
still.
business. So, do you feel as though that perhaps you might have had a bit of Brett Ogle and got stage fright on the green?
No.
So it's not that. Hey, man. Hey,
I'd never used this
that
equipment
person.
prior.
Oh, it's first time. You're on debut.
Yeah, on debut with the...
Ah,
I'm on debut.
You're an AB'er.
Well, it's New South Wales week, the blue. I thought I'd take the blue team.
You're an AB'er.
Well, that person would have.
That would have.
And I thought to myself, I said,
he
he did.
Yeah, yeah.
And nothing. But like, not even...
Can I ask?
But like, it didn't have any finality.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing at all.
We've worked out
Which is backwards from where I was prior to
prior
taking
to
it.
said
Yes,
consumption of.
exactly.
So, can I ask at about 10:30, 11 o'clock?
I was hitting you. That person went to the bathroom and gave him a good talking to, and even went back in time to when capital punishment was permitted. And nothing. Nothing. I've never been so filthy. Kay woke up this morning and said, "You all right?"
That's enough. Righto. Remember when we first started this? We said one rule: no dick jokes. We said it
It was not a... Well, I'll tell you what.
to that other bloke.
This was... That was a deep joke.
It was a joke.
It backfired. All right, let
Of
me
course,
just say,
I
the
beg your
first
pardon?
call that person made this morning was to the person who gave them those said tablets
You've got DBs.
and said,
Dud Blues.
"You're kidding. You're using the other night."
Righto, you're a lunatic.
I said, "Can that person therefore take 2 then?" He said, "Maybe take 2, you'll be in hospital."
Oh yeah, you'll be on life
So at
support.
least I'll be getting attention. Rightio.
All
Now
right,
listen,
through that now. Okay.
I'm glad I didn't tell you that before we come on,
Oh, so am I. Yeah.
but I can't.
Oh God.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Look, it was a great day.
Yeah, I
build
know.
up.
Hey, man.
And look, I can only just say that person,
Yeah.
I don't think it's stage fright, but
Oh.
maybe the excitement that I'd never, that
Yeah, yeah,
person
yeah,
had never
yeah.
used a blue tape, and that all day they were ready.
Yeah. That is called
The saddest
stage.
thing is
Rich.
that said person's partner or
What's his-
wife,
what's
of
his
19
name?
years,
What's his name? Malcolm.
lives across Rovan Gordon.
Yeah, Malcolm. Yeah.
She's unaware. She
Oh.
that person took the New South Wales Blues.
You know how we sometimes when I'm over here watching the footy and all that, and we have awkward silences at half time and things like that. We've now got something to talk about.
No, we're not. Imagine if I told my daughters. Now listen, you and I on the
Oh.
way to the Swans a few weeks
That's
ago with
right.
another friend of ours.
Yep. Where I drove.
You
And
drove.
what did you say about my driving?
I can't remember.
You said it was very good for me.
For you, exactly. I said it's very good.
Yeah.
for you.
And what's Big Pete?
Big Pete,
What did he say
as soon as he got the car,
when he saw me driving?
he goes,
That'll be a nice change.
it'd be a nice change. We went to this restaurant and we sat down, the three of us, for dinner.
Yep.
Little cafe type restaurant.
Some would.
And they gave us a couple of bottles of water, tap water in the bottles, and glass on the table.
Mhm.
What was the problem with the glasses they gave us?
They were hot.
They were boiling hot.
So you're supposed to put cold water.
He said, mate, we just cleaned it.
They were hot.
I said, mate,
Hot glasses. HG.
so you put the water in, and the water was hot.
That was ridiculous, wasn't it? And I've since been to a couple of other places where
Look,
it seems
I'm not even going to mention that it was Tropicana at King's Cross.
No, don't do that. Yeah, you've done it. Yeah.
But hot glasses.
But they're not the only ones. I think it's some kind of weird, funky sort of.
The worst was, but he didn't have any other cold
he asked
glasses.
me, mate, I want a cold one.
And he didn't have another
You
one.
don't have a cold one.
And then he thought it was uncouth and looked at me when I drank out of the bottle.
Well, that was odd. I would have got a straw. Anyway, but I want to know, and I appreciate feedback on 5 Topics of Life, Sparty, what am I? Sparty Talkback.
At Sparty
At Sparty Talkback, and you're at Richie
Please, PLZ.
PLZ. I think it's become. I remember when I was studying psychology at TAFE for that couple of weeks, and they said that if you do something for 3 weeks, it becomes a habit. So I think these cafes, someone's seen a hot glasser and gone back and gone, you know, Tropicana's doing hot glasses, and then Alfie's gone to, Bar Rizzio, they're doing hot glasses, and Reggio, that one,
on Stanley Street.
just underneath there, and then the other one.
No.
If this happens at Cafe Jolly, I'm out.
It certainly won't happen at Larders Feeder.
Where's that?
Number one Italian restaurant there.
Oh, yeah,
Haverfield.
the one we've been threatening to go to. Yeah, you've been there.
Can I just say one thing? The more I think about that first topic you spoke about,
More I think about is the more I'm not going to
let me just
bloody
say
sleep tonight.
that said person was most disappointed. I think the other person that was going to participate in the activity
Front somersault.
wasn't disappointed.
No, it was a somersault.
It was actually quite boyish and jovial.
Zippity doo da, zippity doo. Remember, after Tropicana, we went to the AFL, and you know how much I love the AFL.
You do. You're a big fan of the umpires, particularly ones that run back.
And and I took my moment, didn't I? And what did I say when it was very quiet?
You can't learn that stuff. When he was jogging backwards.
Yeah, and he appreciated it. Everybody else looked at me. Buddy Franklin, how tall is he? Have we had this discussion yet?
Just over 6'4.5".
6'4.5".
6'4.5".
Have you ever seen a man that tall with such short steps?
He's a short stepper, isn't he?
He's 6'4". He's got the leg extension of Grant Denyer, 5'1".
Yeah,
He's a short stepping tall man. Good player though. Doesn't he bring the crowd alive? Who's the other bloke that we like, Rich? Number 20. Kicked about 6 goals the night we were there.
Oh, big Sammy Reid.
Good player, Reedy.
Yeah, he is.
You know they call him Reedy? What would they go with? SR, Sam Reid?
He was on fire that night.
How many goals? 6
Did
or
they
7?
win?
No.
Who they play that night? They got beat.
Collingwood.
Oh, was that Collingwood? That's right, they got beat.
They won the third quarter.
Yeah, but there's 4 of them.
Yeah, I know. By the time the fourth quarter's come, I'm ready for a sleep. So I implore all of you, next time you're watching Sydney Swans play the Melbourne Demons or whatever it is.
Now, this is one of the topics I want to talk to you before we get on to the first namers.
Yes.
Now, I'll say this. You want to talk about sniper windscreeners.
I do.
Because you were driving over here this evening.
It's happened to me before.
And someone scared the shit out of you.
Absolutely. I'm sitting at the lights, and
I hope you weren't driving along.
No. I'm sitting at the lights, and I was just tuning into Radio National to get my take on the final events of the day, which I always do, as you know, and hear what the All Ords are in the footsie and the dipsy. And my bloody rear windscreen, I hear a thump.
A rear windscreen?
Rear windscreen wiper. A rear windscreen sniper.
So this is a rear windscreen wiper sniper.
He came up from behind.
Was he Greek?
I didn't get to see him. He scared the absolute... I bet he doesn't need a blue tablet. No way. No way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
I was, and I thought,
you know, when they started popping up at lights,
yep.
I used to be highly critical of them because I thought they were a little bit. You don't want them to do it
too forward.
Yes, too forward, too in your face, and they do it. And they stand there,
and they stand there looking at it.
Also, one thing now, the more I think about it, you know what? Good on them for at least getting out there and having a bloody go.
I agree.
When there's so many bludgers that do nothing.
Yep.
You know what? I used to bag them. And if I've got a couple of dollars in the car, and the way I haven't worked much and I haven't punted well, there's not.
No.
But I at least wind down the window and give them a little bit of advice.
And an autograph. You may have seen. I'm the same as you. Never begrudge anybody having a crack, but you've got to make eye contact. This was dark.
The other day, yesterday, I got it at Windscott, and I only had 80 cents in the coins I gave to him, and I told him to back Fun Star Canterbury the next day, who's a half sister to Young Star that Chris Wallace.
Oh, you love Young Star. You're always rapping that. Yeah,
won the Derby, the Oaks in Queensland, then slaughtered in the Derby.
Yeah.
And Fun Star was $3.80 to $1.90 and pierced him.
So he was able to get 50 cents on. You gave him 80.
Well, I'm hoping he had 20 else out wide and had another $1.
You reckon? I wonder how many of them are punters.
Most of them, and drinkers.
Yeah. Smokers. I've seen people hand cigarettes over as payment.
Well, 100%. Well, mate, how dear they are now. I told you I haven't had a smoke since May the 8th, 2001. So it's been 18 years now since I've had a cigarette. And I used to chew them.
Did you?
I used to smoke 2 packs a day. I used
That's
to
a
chew
lot.
them. I loved them. But I did it out of habit.
Most people do.
And I've never had anything heavier than that. But when I called in many years ago to buy my wife a pack of cigarettes, and I hadn't been a pack, and I gave the bloke $20, well, he was on the floor pissing himself. He got back up. He said, mate, it's 37.
I
said, what?
I'm thinking when I turn 50, I'm going to start smoking a pipe.
A pipe.
Like Sherlock Holmes.
I walked behind a bloke this morning and I told him to F off. He had one of those silver things.
Vapes, yeah.
And blew and it went straight in my face. I said, Grace, effing your ass.
But the smoke that comes out of them
is worse.
You half expect them to do a magic trick.
Yeah,
and disappear
100%.
in it. You go, where'd he go?
For the rabbit.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
I swear there was someone walking
What
along
happened to that
beside
bloke?
him.
Where'd he go? Right, what are we talking about?
What about first namers?
Oh, yeah, I
Now,
love this. Yeah.
I want to talk about sport.
Yeah.
Because in life, first namers that are famous. Like you say Madonna, you're not saying, oh, Madonna who?
No.
If you say Cher, you know Cher. You know Pink,
Yep.
you know Elton John.
Elton John, yep.
I think of sport and I say to myself, Ronaldo, number one.
That's obvious. Isn't
I
it?
say Messi,
Is that his first name?
Lionel Messi.
I would have gone with Lionel.
No, not many people know his first name's Lionel. But soccer fans do, but the outside,
Okay.
Messi. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the
But with single namers, like Bowie. Again, there's another.
David Bowie.
Yeah, David Bowie.
You
right?
said Bowie in that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I was only going to go with first name, so now we're going with second. So, in the sporting realm, Sachin.
I know what you're saying. First name. Yeah.
So Sachin.
Yeah. Well, but that's not because of how famous. That's simply because there's no other Sachins in the world.
Well, but also he's Indian, and they're cricket fanatics. So Sachin.
Because if you say David, the Messi was wrong because it was Lionel Messi. So
what would be if I said to you, Peter? No,
Peter Brock.
Brock. Me too.
Yeah, but there's.
But it's not like
No.
no
Brocky, but I'm saying we're talking first names
Yeah.
that are famous.
So what about Garfield?
Yeah, but
No.
he's got Sir.
Yeah. How did he get a Sir?
And because, he could be drunk or he could be sober.
There it is.
There we go.
How about you?
Ching, ching.
So in the racing world, give us one in the racing world. It's a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, but see, it's not because...
Is Joe for Joe Maria?
Nah.
Who have you got as your number one jockey?
Hugh.
Huey.
Huey's the only
Huey,
one.
yeah, no, Huey.
Yeah.
You take Huey.
Yeah, but if you're talking... But
Serena.
Serena Williams. Yeah, but what you got to do is... No, not at all. I think you've got to have someone that... People outside that sport. Because outside the sport, if you say outside... You don't have to be a music fan, but you say Madonna.
Yeah, true.
Everyone knows Madonna.
So in pop culture, if you like, in general play, you're at a...
You can not be a music fan, but if someone
But you
says to
still
you, Madonna, you know who it is.
You know it is.
If you know nothing about racing and someone says Huey, you're not going to know who Huey is.
No, you're not. So we need to come up with someone in the sport world. Don. I know I keep going to cricket. That's my go-to.
Don.
So if we went to Donald or Don, is that... No, because it's
Sir
not.
Don.
It's not played enough.
You said so. It's
Is it?
It's,
Okay. Roger.
Yeah, no.
No?
No.
Can I get one that you're going to agree with?
No, well, see, you're thinking of Roger Federer, but no.
Paul
No.
Hoff. I love
Raphael.
Paul. Yeah.
But-
Rafa, no.
No.
Yeah.
The only sporting person in the whole lot, and his real name's
I got
Elric, is Tiger.
No, I got it. LeBron.
Yeah.
Give me LeBron.
And Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger. Yeah, but
Tiger's
that's
bigger than LeBron.
His bloody name.
Yeah, but that's what he goes by.
Okay.
Well, Madonna's not her real name. Neither's Pink. Neither's Elton.
Madonna Saccone. That is her real name.
Her middle name.
No, real name.
And Elton's not.
No, Reggie Dwight.
Reggie Dwight.
Yeah. So who we got? We've got
LeBron.
Tiger. So you got to go the big. What about in the NFL? Some of those dudes.
Yeah, but see, you go Tom. Outside of
Tom Brady.
I'm not going to say Tom Brady.
But I have very little interest in that, and I got it.
Who?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, no. It's
I got another one. Aman.
Suit.
Who?
Suit.
Sue who?
Amani Suit. Is that what you're talking about?
No, Aman. She was a supermodel. Elle.
Elle?
There's a good one.
Yeah, Aman, I don't know. I know Elle, but I don't
Aman was
I'm an
married
Aussie.
to David Bowie.
Oh, is he?
She's gorgeous. David Bowie's no longer with us, so she was married to him. We've got to come up with another sport one. Come on, Richard. What do you got? Come on, let's think golf. Is there any, okay, we've done Tiger.
Tiger.
Female golf? No. I'm prepared to go with Serena. I reckon tennis is well known enough. Rafa's up there. What other sports? Olympic sports. Swimmers? Nah, no one. Phelps? No. Michael? No. Too many Michaels.
Too many more.
What about Formula One?
Dawn.
Lewis.
No.
How
Too
many?
many Lewises around there. You can't say the sport that they're from. You've just got to say their name.
Okay.
So you're saying Lewis, motor racing Lewis. Well,
No.
because we're going to go, if you're saying cricket,
Who's
Ricky,
we?
it's Ricky Ponty, but I could say Ricky Fowler. You say
Yeah,
Tiger.
right.
It doesn't matter. We don't have to mention golf. You say it's Tiger
Just the
Woods.
name.
What?
Just the name. It's got to be
You don't tell them.
multi.
You say LeBron,
faceted.
you say right basketball.
LeBron was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was pretty happy with that.
100%. Because you say Michael, not everyone's going to say Michael Jordan.
10-pin bowling. You got
Yet
that?
he was bigger than him.
You reckon?
Right.
Michael Jordan. Is LeBron bigger than Michael Jordan? Or
No.
bigger than
Michael
LeBron?
Jordan's bigger than LeBron.
Right.
But you got to say Jordan
Yeah, right.
to get people, and then they might think of the country. They might think of the
Yeah,
model.
they might. It's a good one though, isn't it? We welcome your feedback on this. I'd like this. I'd like the most noticeable.
Right,
or
now we've got two
recognised-
things to go.
Dr. Richie, are you
I
ready?
want to mention about the race day.
Oh yeah.
If you saw on Twitter, we sell a bottle every year of Remy Martin whiskey, Scotch there, and it's raised over 115,000. This bottle.
Bloody hell.
We've been
That's
selling
right.
for 12 years.
I've been to 4 events with you.
108,000
Just
on
keeps
it.
getting sold, doesn't it?
A bloke called Paul Sard from Southern Cross Turf paid 12,000. You know what you get? Ray Hadley kept saying you take it home. No, you don't.
Where's it go?
You get a photo of it,
Yeah.
and then Graham Collis puts it back in his
Probably in the garage
his
or
office in
somewhere.
his in the shed where the tractors are.
Yeah.
We get it out next year. It's just it's a funny
a
thing,
good idea,
shake of
isn't
the
it?
hand. But the funny thing was, it was 12,000, was more than anyone expected, and he just said, "No, I feel like it's a great day."
Yeah.
You talk about good karma. 2 minutes later, his brother won the Hilux.
So they sold 103.
103 tickets.
So someone
103.
donated the Hilux 70.
No, I don't have to pay for that, but really good
Oh, was it?
deal through Pound.
Okay, so there's a 70 grand package, wasn't it?
Yeah, 70 grand.
And they wanted to sell 200 tickets at
They did. I said they'd be struggling.
1,000,
Next
they
year
didn't.
we'll go early.
So they sold 103 at 1,000,
Exactly.
and
He-
one of the
he
good,
bought
one of the
five.
good guys won it.
Now give me Dr. Richie.
Okay, are you comfortable?
I'm
I don't know after covering
We've
that.
got 4 minutes, 3 minutes to do that,
No,
and the
I've got extra
Seinfeld.
bloody time. No, the footy's not on for a while. Dr. Richie, I don't want to name myself in case my boss is listening. I want to change careers and become a masseuse. I am currently a cement renderer. Can you please advise me the best way to transition?
First of all, and I say this because if you can't pass this, you can't do it.
Right.
If you've been a cement renderer without gloves,
A non-glover.
if you've been a non-glover cement renderer,
He
I
has-
hate to say it to you,
Well, you reckon you're out?
you're out. Your hands will be too rough, and there's no matter the moisturising and the skin philaxiata
Jojoba, aloe vera.
that you are doing
ylang
that will
ylang.
get them soft enough to become a quality masseuse.
Okay.
You might be able to be a run-of-the-mill, but I think this gentleman's talking about being a quality masseuse.
Okay.
So if you've been a non-glover,
This is why. This
It's
is
finished.
why. How long did you study to be this?
7 years.
And how long you been doing it?
I've been out of the academy
That's
11.
what I mean.
Yeah.
And what academy was it?
Sorry?
Who ran the academy?
Well, do as I say, not as I do.com.au/doctors.
Right.
Yes. Mm.
How many people, like you, 7 years you said it took you?
7 years.
How long's the course supposed to go for?
6 weeks.
Oh.
Yes. A little bit longer than
Yeah, but do you,
Yeah.
I mean, you always glass half full. You took your time, learnt, and I mean, I just saw the result there. You've just wrecked this poor bastard.
Yeah.
All he ever wanted to be
Let
was
me
a
just say,
masseuse.
if he's a glover,
Well, okay, I was going to ask. Let's say, for the purpose of the argument, he is a glover.
well, the first thing he's got to do,
Hmm.
I hope he's a partner. You've got to stop
What?
all pleasuring yourself immediately. Because the hardest thing as a masseuse is not to get cramped hands. And if you've been pleasuring yourself at this stage of life, that I feel
Yeah, right.
that once you become a masseuse,
Mm.
your hands may cramp.
Right,
Therefore, you've got to stop that immediately.
right. Okay.
Immediately.
Immediately. Okay, so stop.
You then
stop
have
having
to,
Yeah.
in your bathroom, put gloves,
Yes.
an antiseptic.
Yeah.
You can't touch him anymore. Your hands are now.
How do you go to the toilet? How do you
Gloves.
do it? How do you
Put
swallow
gloves
it?
on each
Oh,
time.
Right. Even
Yes.
if you're at a urinal
Yes,
swirling
yeah,
in public.
Pull them out of your pocket. Put gloves on at the urinal.
Right. Okay.
Or even help the gentleman next door if it's going to get you an understanding of how it works.
Right. Okay. So
And then moisturise
yeah,
every 2 hours for 3 months. That will get
so
your
you gotta
hands.
wake up through the night.
Yes. Got to do it. Otherwise, you just won't make
And
it.
what do you moisturise with?
Well, it all different. I like to soak for 5 minutes in water, just simply water with lemon, freshly squeezed lemon.
Oh.
You can use lime but lemon's better.
Right.
Then,
Because it gets into the pores.
of course,
Yeah.
I think you understand that.
Thanks, man.
And then look, there's a variety of moisturiser.
What about vinegar?
No, see,
Sorry, mate.
vinegar burns the
What?
pores.
So you got gloves on.
No, this is when
This is all when you're moisturising.
God.
Okay, so the gloves
What
are
am I
off. You got
talking?
lemon, you got vinegar, water, tepid.
No vinegar. Lukewarm. And I
That's
don't mean
tepid.
get Luke to prepare it.
It's tepid.
Lukewarm's just
So
tepid.
you could put in a warm glass to go back to what we were talking
Yes.
about earlier. Right, okay, so you haven't finished.
What?
You haven't finished.
Do that for 3 months and your hands will be right. But then it's about dedication and
But how's it
preparation.
going to transition?
Transition.
Yeah.
Well, stop working. And you've got to do that. You idiot. Now listen, last bit of Seinfeld before we go. That was ridiculous.
I think you helped him.
I know.
You know what? I'm prepared to say it's your best ever.
I just did 19 years of marriage, or
You
that
did.
other bloke did, and so did I, haven't coincidentally.
The other fella, yeah. I've done 25. Got you
What
covered.
person
Yeah.
in Seinfeld, what
Yeah.
character in all of Seinfeld,
Every
do you
character.
believe in the real world
Hmm.
could get to that mark of 19 years of marriage?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Because it's just dead set easy for me. Snickers bar, knife and fork. Justin Pitt, Elaine's boss, you may remember. I'm pretty
Woody,
sure.
you like Woody?
I'm pretty sure.
Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker, he did, and among other things. I'm pretty sure he could get to 19 with Peterman. It's an open world.
You don't have to give just need one person. You don't need to give
No.
the couple.
Mr. Pitt. I just needed to clarify it, man. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I thought it was. I think there's one person stands out. He's generous.
Hmm.
He's kind.
Hmm.
He's thoughtful.
Hmm.
He's got a core little friend of wonderfully kind people.
Right.
And he just looks like the type of person. He reads, doesn't watch the TV, he sits there and reads.
Could be talking about me.
I just think he's the type of person, if he found a partner
Hmm.
that he could grow with, and he would be just the perfect man to marry. Kevin. Bizarro Jerry.
Right.
Kevin.
Okay, the bloke who could have got the role, but didn't.
Yes, Bizarro Jerry. Because then there's Bizarro George, Bizarro Kramer, Bizarro Newman. Kevin.
Yeah.
He just looks like a terrific, beautiful person.
I'm going to start calling you
Kevin.
1%ers.
1%.
You can always get the 1%ers.
Just a little 1%.
All the 1%ers.
That's episode 16, 5 Topics Live. Get us on social media at 5 Topics Live, at Spidey Talkback, at Richie Please, PLZ.
And of course, we just want to throw out all the best to our mate Gav Robbo, who's confronting some pretty serious stuff. We wish you all the best, Robbo. I know you listen, mate.
He's a good man. He's tough. He'll fight.
He'll
Good
get
luck, everybody. Stay safe.
See you, peoples.